The following podcast is set for at least 1 hour. Introducing your hosts, from Fort Worth, Texas, at a total combined weight of 430 pounds, Kevin and Chris Newell. The Cross Promo Pro Wrestling Podcast.
Good evening and hello, wrestling fans. I'm Kevin.
I'm Chris.
And we are the Cross Promo Pro Wrestling Podcast. Good evening. Coming to you late this evening because for some reason TNA decided they wanted to do a late show at 9 p.m. our time. Of course, 9 p.m. Central Time. How's everybody doing? Just get a quick check on everybody. See how everybody's doing so far. Let me pull up our chat. Our chats, because we got multiple of them.
All right, never mind.
Give me a sec here and refreshing everything.
He ran away.
King of Hell
Welcome.
is here.
I just have returned
refresh
from
the YouTube.
trying to get one of our cats. He kind of snuck around the desk here. He kind of ran off.
Hang on one sec. Trying to get some things straightened out here. There we go. Had to get a new pop-up chat for our YouTube watchers and listeners out there in the great World Wide Web.
Yeah.
Good to see you too, man.
Yeah.
This is our normal thing now where we are going live after every wrestling show, and if there's no pay-per-view,
A lot of the big ones anyway.
the main ones anyway. I mean, if we did every day, then, you know,
Not
we would
if
be
it was-
tired as hell here. So, of course, we are here to give you the results for. Let me get that switched over. For TNA Impact. See what I did there? We got graphics and everything. All right. So, if you are live, Divine Yinzer is here. Yins,
Welcome.
the Divine One. Yinzer. I've had sugar. Can't you tell? It's all about the energy, son.
It's green, so it's nature.
It's green, so it's I'm wearing green, so I'm nature.
Either that or it's
Sorry.
the Red Bull situation. One of the
Well, Red Bull gives you wings.
what did it do to the guy from Family Guy though?
Watch the video. Anyway. So Yin's in the Twitterverse is now
The Waffle Dome.
the Twitchverse, I should say, not the Twitterverse, the Twitchverse. Mark your calendars for Waffle House Wrestling. It debuts May 11th, 3 p.m. Eastern. That's coming from Divine Yinzer. So if you guys are on Twitch or any of the social media sites and you do have a Twitch, get on Twitch. Follow Divine Yinzer. Some pretty spectacular wrestling. As well as King of Hell. He's got some good stuff there too with his wrestling promotion. Of course, they're all provided by WWE 2K.
Twitch
25.
and TikTok.
Twitch and TikTok. Waffle Dome. I can actually see that in real life.
Yeah.
You get an actual dome and then you can carve out like waffle design patterns. Sorry. Anyway. DZW returning sometime in the very near future. I hear you, man. All
Cool.
right. What?
Cool.
Sorry, I went stone cold there for a second. Don't let the bald head fool you. Don't say anything.
I was about
I
I was
knew you
about
were gonna
to.
say
I was about to
something.
say
You-
something.
You were
but-
about to say something, brother. We're still recovering from that. Go to last night's show.
recovery is the right word.
Recovery is the strong word.
Is that
You guys return.
factory?
We'll see, Yinzer. We've got a lot we got going on here first, and try to get that secured. All right. So, for what is going on in the world of Impact, debuting Yinzer's daughter and son.
Cool.
That happened quickly. What is that? Wow. That escalated quickly.
I mean, things sure got out of hand fast.
Can't remember the character's name. He actually killed a guy. Where did you get the trident from?
I forgot the rest.
Anyway, so on with what's going on in Impact Wrestling. Sorry for reaching across. Have to get water. Just the story. Oh, I know, Jens. Just having a fun old time here because it's late over here in Texas. Gives Jens her backstory, of course. All right. So here with the recap for tonight's TNA Impact, Chris.
So starting off with TNA Impact, I did not get where it was from. My bad. But I
Nice.
did get most of the other stuff. For example, they started off the night with a promo by Joe Hendry. Basically, he started off reflecting on what seemed like the past month.
What a heck of a month he's had for his career so far.
Yeah. He called out Trick. And then Trick's entrance music played, and it was a fake out entrance. He did
Yeah.
not come out. Instead, he appeared on the screen.
The Titantron, yeah.
And
Hiding.
and then he I guess technically laid out foreshadowing for the main event where, technically that's spoilers now that I think about it, but saying that a good place for him to get hurt, the opportunity to get hurt would be the main event.
Oh, of course.
And then you had Santino call in, what?
Well, you forgot the Rascals got interviewed
Oh, yeah.
because
Yeah, they were getting interviewed. But it was a very short interview. But basically talking about how Wentz had a match later on this tonight.
with Moose.
I say that like it was like a week ago or something. Tonight they have a match because he technically last week. Now Sunday.
Yeah, it was last week.
At like the
It was last week.
Yeah. He pinned Moose and number one contendership rules and all that. So
Yeah.
he would have a match later on about that. Then you had Santino and that thing.
That thing.
Yeah. Trying to make Callahan and Warner, I guess, shake hands, be friends again. After, and apparently they had a brutal match at Unbreakable.
Yeah. Yeah, they
Now-
said they tore the house down with their match.
Yeah, and from the sounds of it, it sounds like it was worse than that Staple Gun one, which probably explains why we missed it.
Mm,
It was on purpose, wasn't it?
it was.
Had a feeling.
Yeah.
Had a feeling. Then you had Steve Macklin come out, attempt to, because on
Well,
the
you're
ramp.
jumping around again.
Oh no, yeah. Then you had Santana. I completely skipped that. Sorry.
Take your time. It's okay.
You had Santana in a match with
Not
Isaiah.
Carlos Santana, by the way.
Who?
Musician. Google it.
Yeah, let me do that right now.
No.
Just mid podcast, gonna look that
Yeah.
up.
Mid-show. Go ahead. No.
Yeah. Maybe if we have to stall for time or something later,
Maybe.
stretch it out, milk it to that hour time limit.
Well, I hope not.
Yeah. No, usually the chat helps us with that anyway.
Oh, yeah. We like to talk to everyone that's at home watching.
And we have a good time chatting anyway.
Of course we do.
So.
When don't we? Anyway, you were saying
Good
the
question.
Santana match?
Yeah, Isaiah Moore, Santana won that match, pinfall, and then afterwards called out Joe Hendry for the title. So he wants the title there.
Oh, wait. Yeah, but did you also notice during that promo the microphone kept going out?
Something
It was I'm going to... Hendry.
I was not muting his mic.
Oh, here.
I don't have
I can do it. He's like, I'm challenge Joe Hendry.
Well, I mean, you can keep talking normally, just like mute your mic every now and then.
Try to get creative with it.
Then I feel like it would make more sense because we still heard him a little bit because of how the sound works in the arena and whatnot, but
Yeah.
it was just kind of more faint.
Yeah, but it was one of those moments if you're in the arena and you're like, dude, seriously, your microphone is messing up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then you had Macklin. And I think is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had Steve Macklin.
He was trying to come out, about to, but on the ramp he was attacked by Eric Young and Northern Armory. Chain was used again, and yeah.
Then I think they went to commercial. They came back, and Santino was jumping all over Northern Armory's case. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that?
I might have skipped past that because skipping commercials.
Well, it's okay. That's where I come in and I fill in the gaps. So next week, Eric Young gets another shot at Steve Macklin's title next week.
We'll see how that goes.
You're going to see Northern Armory get involved again.
Yeah.
Steve Macklin needs to get back up on that.
Then we had that X Division title match, Moose and Zachary Wentz. Was not expecting Moose to be jumping around the way he did.
No. A man of that size.
He even went to the top rope once or twice too.
For a man who was afraid of heights,
Yeah.
sure went to the top rope quite a bit.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, he was afraid of heights during the rebellion.
But you guys remember that thing with the chair we talked about? Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, that was high enough for him at rebellion, but he can go ahead and go up a few feet higher on the top rope.
Yeah.
Well done, Moose. Well done.
But there was a code red to Moose at some point. There was a good number of near falls,
Yeah.
it seemed like. And that match ended with Moose retaining by pinfall.
One clean. Surprisingly. None of the system came out to help.
Oh, no, wait. You had Alicia Edwards.
We had Alicia Edwards at ringside, but I mean,
Yeah.
you didn't have the rest of the system come out to help him.
Yeah. Then Cody Deaner was announced to do something.
No, wait.
But before that, they were getting ready to.
Mustafa Ali.
Yeah. They ended up catching one of his
I guess Secret Service. Yeah, Secret Serviceman.
And he was basically said that he hasn't been the same since Rebellion, so I guess Ollie's kind of off now.
Ollie's off. Sorry, play on words.
I'm confused.
Don't worry about it. Keep going.
Then you had Cody Deaner. Wrong. And what we could have done there is have like a picture of Cody Rhodes, and that would have been funny. Wait, Rhodes is on TNA? That would have been funny. But you had him come out, talk about how his contract will be expiring at midnight.
Tonight.
Yeah. And he's having trouble re-signing. The thing that was happening because he had no wins, no match wins in the past year. And then Santino came out, said that he cannot officially sign him a new contract, but he can extend it.
Of course.
At least to Under Siege. And if he wins at Under Siege, he can stay, but if he loses, probably not. Yeah. And you had Robert Stone then come out and call him a waste, Cody Deaner.
Yeah.
And said that Santino was under review and that he's there to watch Santino. And Victoria Crawford was with him, and he announced that she...
A.K.A. Alicia Fox, if you are familiar with her in WWE.
I'm not. But they announced that she's going to be taking on Slamovich for the title, or at least trying to. I
don't know who thought that was a good idea, writing-wise.
Not me.
So we're going to bring in a former WWE diva, former WWE Divas champion, Alicia Fox, who hasn't been seen in years.
Another thing is, how did she earn the title opportunity here?
She didn't.
I'm
serious, she didn't.
A whole pay-per-view went by. We've seen, 2-3 episodes of TNA now, and she hasn't been mentioned once.
Nope. She hasn't even been a part of the roster officially, if my memory serves, but she's got a title match already?
Yeah. Backstage. Then they went to commercial break after they, I guess, left. And when they got back, you had them backstage, and you had Tessa Blanchard catching up to them, basically siding with
Robert Stone.
Yeah. Next match was Maggie Lee versus Jody Threat with Danny Luna at ringside. Jody Threat won by pinfall.
Okay.
Backstage, you had her faction getting on her case for losing, promising a makeover.
Hang on. You're getting ahead of me here.
Oh. Elegant promo.
Actually, there it is. Yeah. The rest of... I forget the name. It was something Elegance, but anyway.
Something. But basically promising saying that she needs a makeover and something about Botox, and then they left for that, I guess. Strange bunch.
Very strange bunch. It seemed that I'll get to it after we get done reading the recap. We get through the recap. Go ahead.
Yeah. Then, okay. Or do you want to say it now?
No.
Then you had Indy Hartwell, who is a new signing with TNA.
Who apparently just signed but doesn't have a title match.
Yeah.
Who
Well,
knew?
I don't know. I feel like it normally goes like that.
It's supposed to go like that. You don't just jump onto a whole new company and then just get a title match right off the bat.
Yeah, I don't think that happens.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. She's saying that she was asked who she wanted to face, but her answer was about how she had plans in history, basically. And she also said that she wanted to shake up the TNA Knockouts division or women's division.
Much respect to that.
And then after that, you had a match with Leon Slater and KC Navarro. With Flop Dollar, I mean AJ Francis.
It's okay. I have those moments whenever I talk about flop. 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 Damn. Flop. I can't. I'm trying. I'm trying to get it out. I really am.
Francis?
Thinks he can do aerials, Francis. Oh, God. That was hard. Keep going.
I just thought.
You okay over there?
I just thought of something.
Okay.
Ariel starts with A, right?
Yeah.
Joke starts with a J.
Aerial joke. Francis.
Yeah.
There we go. Look at you.
Fire. No offense, but
No offense.
No offense to Tim or anything.
No,
but
you forget. We put out promos before we came on that we got a new attitude, so we're giving these wrestlers some new nicknames. Aerial joke Francis.
What would be a nickname for Takesha?
Really?
Yeah, no, we already got one for him.
We already got one. We ain't going to say it.
We can't say it.
Say it in the privacy of our own home.
But back to that match. We got kind of off subject there. You had Leon Slater win that by pinfall. That was the guy that Moose speared at the pay-per-view. Leon Slater.
He was going to be the youngest X Division champion.
Well, was.
And they were reviewing
Was.
They were reviewing that whole thing, and it was like watching a football replay. Does he have possession of it?
It really was.
And do both feet touch the ground? That kind of thing. It was like watching a pass catch ruling.
Yeah.
It was quite hilarious.
He was this close to getting the title, but
Very close.
you know, a spear came between him and keeping that title. So then you had Slamovich responding to the earlier announcement about having to defend her title, saying that, and she basically I'm going to sum it up by saying that she said that Crawford is not ready.
No, she's not.
No.
Everybody knows she's not.
Again, like, she kind of just popped up.
Yeah. Because she can't go back to WWE. She's had a bad history with them in the past.
What did she do?
She would get into a fight. At one point, if I remember right, she almost got into a fight with, I think it was Ronda Rousey's husband in a verbal spat at a club or a bar or an airport or something. I can't remember. But she's
All
had
of those could be places
well, she's
for, like,
had
a
issues in the
backstage
past.
brawl type match.
Well, there are times, if I remember correctly, and I'm not saying this as far as slander or anything, but from what I can recall, there were rumors of her showing up to an event drunk, something like that. But again, it's what I've heard. It's not official. Continue on.
Then we had the main event, which was the Namus and both Namus and Kazarian teaming up against Hardy and the
Sorry,
Hendry and the Hardys.
they face Triple H.
I was, what?
Hendry and the Hardys. Triple
Yeah.
H.
I was about to say Hardy and the Hendrys. Brain fart there.
That's a brain fart tongue twister right there. If I would have to say so myself.
And with that match, match of the night, right?
Yes, I would say definitely that would make match of the night, that main event, because it was the most exciting match, in my opinion. Sorry, not ignoring you.
He's just getting the news ready.
I'm getting news ready.
But with that match, you had, I'm just gonna say Team Hardy or something, but they were on a roll.
They were.
They looked like they were gonna win, but then eventually you had Trick come out like he said earlier at the beginning of the show, and he did the trick shot, and the Nemesis ended up taking advantage of that, and they used it to get the win.
Yes.
Yeet.
Yeah. Why do you think I did that earlier?
Oh.
You were too busy reading your notes there. But that's okay. That's okay. All right. Well,
I guess now I'm gonna read the chat, and you're gonna read the news. You got your notes.
I've got my notes. Yes. All right.
He's
So
got a list.
I actually do. So it's not.
We got any more NWO news, brother?
They're actually no. Thank God. I was done after last night's episode.
He was done with it.
I was done reporting on what Eric Bischoff and Hulk Hogan are doing. So I'm switching to notes. Okay. Not that much going on in the news. I mean, granted, it is somewhat in the middle of the week, so things may get a little bit more exciting as things go on. One thing I will make of note, and they made it like a quick announcement, Carmella is pregnant again with Corey Graves, by Corey Graves. So, yeah. And she's no longer with WWE,
She's pregnant with Corey Graves.
No. Now you're reaching. You're reaching for a joke. Okay.
Yeah, I am.
So, here we go in the world of professional wrestling news. Valhalla. We haven't seen her in quite some time.
Injury or something, right? Or is it like a storyline thing?
No, actually, she went to...
She was released.
She left to give birth to Eric of the War Raiders. Deliver his child. So I guess the War Raiders were being interviewed by another great podcaster, Chris Van Vliet.
He was there at TNA.
He was at TNA tonight. Yeah. His next interview is going to be with Indy Hartwell. All right. So, Eric was then asked about Valhalla, and if she was actually going to be coming back to be with the War Raiders. And Eric said, quote, "Yeah, she is. She is she's a constant inspiration for me. She works so hard. She is so dedicated and disciplined. She keeps me on my diet so much better because she's so disciplined with hers. She's already running, jumping, throwing things, getting back into battle shape and getting ready. Although there was no return date, he spoke of no return date, so he continued and ended it with saying, so yeah, I don't know when this is going to air, but I'm sure it won't be too long in the future when you start seeing her again. So we could be seeing her maybe around Backlash, maybe a little after Backlash, or maybe SummerSlam. Don't know for sure. Don't know for certain. But to keep in mind, she was back in training after giving birth to their second child on Thanksgiving Day of last year. So since Thanksgiving, she's been working out, getting back in shape. Now, we're going from last night from the Eric Bischoff Hulk Hogan thing to Ricochet. He's causing a lot of, from what I understand, he's doing a lot of, I guess, turmoil in the Twitterverse.
Twitter watch.
Twitter, yeah. Well, with him...
We're bringing back that segment now.
Well, what he's been doing is fans will be messaging or leaving comments under his posts that are insulting him or something, and he just gets into this Twitter spat with them. And I'm like, Okay.
I mean, what else are you going to use
Are,
Twitter
are,
for,
are
right?
you doing this because you're the heel? Hey, that Chris, not
Hey,
that
Chris.
Chris.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Chris says hi. Chris says hi to Chris.
No, it's
That's
all
not
right.
confusing at all.
TNA kind of went a little later in the evening, so
Yeah.
we're
Both tired too.
we're both tired too. So yeah, Ricochet is having this habit of having arguments back and forth with wrestling fans, and some of them, he called one guy at one point the newer version of Penguin that was in that movie The Batman that Colin Farrell played, because the guy, I guess, was a bit of a heavy set guy and everything. So I mean, he's really attacking fans here, but he went on Twitter in kind of like to defend himself argument, because at one point a fan told him to stay where he's at. He's better off in stay away from WWE, or you're never going to come back to WWE. And the guy said, and Ricochet definitely was like agreeing with him. And then he said this quote, "No, the main reason was that the WWE ruined my love and passion for the sport that I grew up loving. AEW helped me find that love again."
I mean, maybe, as long as there's no real glass involved.
I mean, he's over here saying WWE killed my love and passion for professional wrestling, but if that was the case, you wouldn't be in AEW.
Yeah, I did not think about that.
Now, Samantha Irvin, his wife, had left WWE because she didn't want to be a ring announcer anymore. At one point, she had the desire to be a manager, but WWE, I guess, wouldn't let her, so she just took her ball and went home. She just said, "You know what? I just won't renew my contract," and left. And she's pursuing a music career, and she's got a music video out now. And then Ricochet's in AEW and wishing he had hair, I guess.
Wait a minute.
Just accept it, man. I did.
The friendly fire will not be tolerated.
Oh, that wasn't friendly fire. That was just something from the bald community. Just saying, embrace it.
Wait, he's trying to get hair again?
You didn't see him in that match last night on AEW? The Young Bucks were like putting their hair over his head to make it seem like he had long hair, and it's like, are we feeling insecure about something?
Oh.
Exactly. King of Hell's got the right point there. He said CM Punk said nearly the same thing before. I just want to see Jon Moxley return to WWE, especially with Roman and Punk both being betrayed by Heyman. Oh, yeah. I mean, CM Punk did say the same thing. WWE ruined his love for wrestling.
But now he's back.
And now he's back in WWE because there were certain people that were there that are no longer there. That made him lose his passion for wrestling. All right. In that related story,
he's gonna come on, make his entrance next week with a wig. I don't know.
That'd be hilarious. He was in it. Tony Khan was in an interview with Z100 New York, and was talking about Ricochet. In spite of these comments. So if you would, if I am to just get into character right now as Tony Khan.
He's got a character.
One of the most compelling and interesting people in wrestling. Building one of the best characters in wrestling, which is the villain Ricochet that we see on TV right now. He's an incredible wrestler. He's
You blinked, you
also
broke character.
no, I didn't. He can still blink big-eyed. He also you're throwing me off. Stop it. He's also a great talker, unlike me, and has a great personality. I thought it would be very smart to lean into it. He's done a fantastic job with it, and I'm incredibly impressed with him. I'm proud that AEW has Ricochet on our roster for years to come, and hopefully forever, because that guy's a star.
I don't think I've ever seen him blink.
It seems like he never blinks. You're wanting to snap your fingers right in his face like, come on, Tony. Just blink for me once.
One of these days we're going to have like a backstage story leak where this guy's talking about how he made the mistake of challenging him to a staring contest.
Well, yeah, and also if
Had
you
a few drinks or something, bet on it, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. And for the last news story, I know that I'll probably find some more here in a second. But we've been talking about this here recently. The draft for WWE has not been announced. I found the reason why.
Oh, I was about to say they announced it?
It's still to do for 2000 for this year. That they will do a draft, but it isn't at the time that we thought.
When is it?
Their explanation and their, I guess, excuse, WWE's calendar got back-to-back PLEs and major shows going on. You got Backlash. You're going to get Backlash next week, which is May the 10th. Then you got Saturday night's main event.
Oh, no.
2 weeks after that. Then you're going into Money in the Bank 2 weeks after that. 3 weeks after that, you got a Saudi Arabia event. Then a week after that, it's the supposed the women's division pay-per-view Evolution. And then then right after that, it's going to be SummerSlam. So they've got a lot of events coming up, and not one of them right now is the draft. And it's like, the draft is a big thing. It happens after WrestleMania, usually most of the time.
Yeah.
Why don't we kind of tone down the events a little bit, you know? Throwing too much at us all at once. So, I mean, I was looking forward to the draft to see who'd change things up. You know, would Roman go to Raw and Punk go to SmackDown? I don't know.
I mean, that would decide who ends up trying to take on Seth Rollins first.
That is true.
Unless somehow Rollins moves to SmackDown. That would be kind of weird. Then I think he's going to stay on Raw, though.
So, I'm just scrolling through here. So WWE has abandoned the Edge trademark for Edge. So, could we be seeing...
Wait, they abandoned the trademark?
Yep, that means... When they abandon it, that means Adam Copeland,
Cope.
also known as Cope.
He doesn't have to cope with not being able to go by Edge anymore.
Oh my God, the dad jokes. No.
He's the one that wanted to be called Cope.
Basically, if...
Or maybe that was something Tony did, I don't know.
Basically, if Adam Copeland wanted to go by the name Edge again, he could do it, because WWE had abandoned the trademark. So, what else is going on? Now, I've seen a lot in the news right now that Liv Morgan is going off to film a movie and going to Japan to film a movie.
What movie?
I don't know. I've never heard of. I didn't see it yet. But she's playing the daughter of a powerful politician that goes missing. and it has people in it I've never heard of before. So everyone is thinking, okay, well, if she's going to go film a movie, what's going to happen to the tag team titles? Are they going to have
Good question.
Are they going to have to give up the titles? Are we going to have to go through yet another tournament to determine who the champions are? Well,
Yeah.
WWE has no plan to vacate the titles. They will remain tag team champions once with as long as they resume their title reign once Morgan comes back from filming the movie. I have series. Oh, they're talking about Xboxes. So they're basically putting the titles out of the visual picture. So we won't see them on TV until Liv Morgan gets done filming. So that's kind of a... I'm sorry, if we're wanting to beef up the tag division, the women's tag division...
I don't feel like that's going to help.
Especially if you're coming to do a all-women pay-per-view coming up pretty soon, or PLE in this case. Why not? Why are you not having the titles, you know? More importantly, I mean, my thoughts on that whole thing is, where are the
Are they going to have any titles on the line at that pay-per-view?
They probably will. They have before, I believe. But what I don't understand is, why don't they just... Where's the women's world tag team titles? Where's the NXT women's tag team titles? I can tell you right now, the reason why they don't have those two sets of titles is because the women's in my opinion right now, WWE has a women's tag division problem. It is weak.
I'd say that's accurate.
Because you don't have designated teams. You have single stars just teaming up.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this last one. You had Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria team up. You had Maxine Dupree and Natalia look like they were forming a team because they dressed alike, you know. But no.
Yeah. I mean, at least Liv and Raquel are like part of a faction together, but
yeah, but you don't see any other tag teams, you know, like
Caden and Katana Chance and Caden Carter.
Those are the only ones.
But yeah, that's the only one.
But they don't have they don't have a
Metaphor?
team name. That's the thing.
Oh,
okay. The Meta Women, yes, from formerly known as Metaphor, they're a team. There are very few. Fatal Influence, Gigi Dolan, and
her friends.
No, she's teamed with Tatum Paxley. But they don't have a team name. That's the thing.
Oh. Yeah.
That's the thing. You have Fatal Influence. They're a team. They have a team name. I mean, there's a team right there. Liv and Raquel could go by Judgment Day, you know, if they wanted to. Katana and Caden have been a tag team for the better half of 5 years, if not 5 years plus. Still no team name. If there is a team name, I am not aware.
All right. Night, King Adam.
Hey, night, man. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah.
I seriously think that way. Because, I mean, you look at the men's tag division, you have...
I mean, just
you
look
have
at last
Faxion.
week last week on SmackDown.
DIY, Motor City Machine Guns, Street Profits. Tag team names.
All 3 tag teams.
Legado del Fantasma. LWO.
Again, Fraxium.
New Day. We can name off...
War Raiders.
We can name
the
off...
The Usos could always team up again.
Exactly.
I mean...
We can name off men tag team names. The women's division is more focused on singles titles, not tags.
Yeah.
In order to get that more of the women's tag titles, they have to get more women tag teams. I'm sorry, if you're wanting to be, this is how I honestly feel, and this is, I don't care if this is what do they call it?
A hot take?
A hot take. This is my opinion. I'm not speaking for Chris or anything. This is just my opinion. If you're wanting to show that women can do things just as much as the men, give them a chance and give them tag teams. Get more women in there to make more tag teams. Because you only got a few, and some of them don't even have a name. The only ones that really stand out is Fatal Influence and Metaphor, and they're on NXT.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just saying. That's, again, my opinion. And everyone probably doesn't have the same opinion as I do, and that's perfectly fine. But that's how I feel. If you're going to be showcasing women's wrestling at its finest to where, I believe in an interview, Charlotte Flair said she wanted to bring in this new era of women's wrestling to show that they can do things just as good as the men, if not better. That's why she was a part of, Hell in a Cell match, Royal Rumbles, firsts. Matches you never thought you would see women participate in, like Hell in a Cell or cage matches, Elimination Chambers, Money in the Bank, Royal Rumbles.
Stuff like that.
I was
a
there
lot of the big name matches.
Yeah, I remember watching the first women's Royal Rumble match, the women's first Elimination Chamber. I mean, it was like, finally, and now it's like, it feels like it's gone off by the wayside, because they had Evolution a couple of years back. It was like, okay, this could be a permanent thing. You can have, all women PLE. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. And then at one point after I saw Evolution, I'm like, dare I say, possibly a weekly show that can come on for WWE that just showcases nothing but the women division.
That means we should have a men's only pay-per-view and show too.
See, that's what I mean.
That's why I say, segregation is kind of a slippery slope.
Well, I wouldn't say segregation like that, but,
Well, still, we're...
division.
Yeah.
It needs, it's a slippery slope, and it needs to be, it's like the door that needs to swing both ways. But I'm just saying, if we've got a men's WWE Tag Team Championship and a men's World Tag Team Championship and an NXT Tag Team Championship for the men's division, we need to get the tag belts for the women back into NXT and get a World's Women's tag title to go on SmackDown or Raw. And we can use the current women's tag titles to go be WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, keep that title, keep that name to it. Because, we already got a women's Intercontinental title finally and a women's United States champion
finally. They finally got mid-card titles.
They finally got mid-card titles, but that's for singles division. Now you got to beef up the women's tag division.
Yeah.
You look at TNA and AEW, well, more TNA than anything. AEW hardly has any women teams anymore. But you got Ash by Elegance. You got some women tag teams in there. But, again, it's just my opinion. Call me crazy. But I think women need to get a fair shake in professional wrestling as opposed to what they went through in the Attitude Era. My opinion. I witnessed it and was like, really? This is...
good news is we're not in the Attitude Era anymore, so...
Very true.
Yeah, it could still be better, but we're definitely not in the Attitude Era.
Yeah, we're not in the Attitude Era anymore.
Well, unless you ask AEW, in which case,
yeah. But
they play in that gray area.
Your thoughts on women's wrestling and all that and everything I said. I want to know your opinion too on this.
I do think it could be pushed more, because again, looking at some of the matches we saw last year, like when they gave Rhea Ripley that big push, it was really good, I thought. Yeah. And there was a storyline to go along with it, and I feel like that is an example of women's wrestling being just as good as men's wrestling.
Yeah.
And
that's all that.
And another thing I'm going to point out, she didn't need to have be on a women's only show to do that.
Yeah.
Her and her group was competing with stuff like she wasn't competing with the Judgment Day, but I mean like the Bloodline, and was right up there.
Yeah.
Even for someone that kind of just got into wrestling like me. So, more than a lot of these other points people are making, that proves what you were saying, you know?
Yeah. I'm just saying, let's give women a fair shake in professional wrestling. I mean, in the video game now, 2K25,
yeah,
you can make belts intergender. So you can have men and women compete for one belt.
Which is cool.
Which is great. And the same thing with, you can have the men fight the women. Which, you know, if we're going to be doing that, give them their titles, please. That's all I'm asking as a wrestling fan of 30 plus years. I know we just mentioned, just real quick, we did just mention about Samantha Irvin on, about, Ricochet and everything. She had a music video out, and YouTube had...
YouTube struck it down?
Yeah. Shadow banned her on YouTube after...
Shadow banned or actually banned?
No. It says... she says her music video was shadow banned on YouTube after mass reporting. She put it on... what was it? On Twitter, and said, my music video is completely shadow banned on YouTube.
Is there
there are guidelines you have to follow on YouTube.
Well, the thing is, you can prove that it was shadow banned or not, because you can look at like viewership statistics there and show that.
Yeah.
But
a lot, and she was saying
not just that, but what allowed them to strike it down like that, to like quote unquote shadow ban? What was breaking the TOS?
Hang on.
I don't know I don't think it was actually shadow banned, so I don't know.
I don't know. Doesn't say exactly why. It just happened just weeks after she had launched her music career. A fan in Twitter had made the comment, let me guess, some sad individual reported you, and she responded back to that person and said, oh, a lot of them did. 'Cause they were bragging in the comments.
And another thing, right, is, did she have a YouTube channel before that? How many people actually, know about her doing music?
Not very many.
That'd be like us claiming we got shadow banned.
I haven't seen the video, so it could be something that's going on in the video.
Yeah. I'm just saying, there's... Yeah.
I mean, I don't know for sure. Hang on. I'm playing the video now just to see. And she goes by the name Samantha the Bomb, not Samantha Ricochet or whatever. Okay.
Just gonna let you review that. Finish my tea.
I really don't...
Are you getting his live reaction to this? How bad is it? Or at least how weird?
I mean, I don't know. They got... I don't know. Is there a way I can...
Oh, Marigold's back out here.
I'm going to try to find the comments here on that. Give me a sec, folks. Sorry.
We'll be right back.
No, we won't. We're still going to stay right here.
Cats came out here. I wonder if that picked up on the mic.
Well, it got shadow banned, so I'm looking for it on YouTube and realizing it got shadow banned. So they're not going to have it on here.
Well, shadow ban on YouTube usually just means that the algorithm's not pushing it as much. You can still find it, but
No, you can't.
you can't find it at all on YouTube?
Nope.
Then it legit got taken down. That would require like her breaking the guidelines or the terms of service or whatever.
I don't know, but yeah,
Or copyright takedown.
it got taken down. So
That's more extreme than some other thing.
yeah, so that happened.
That happened.
See if there's anything else going on exciting in the world of professional wrestling. Right now, they're just doing a lot of recapping of TNA, which we already did earlier.
Speaking of recapping,
The
cat ran off again.
What? Okay, so they just so after I said the whole thing about Edge's trademark and everything,
Yeah.
WWE is trying to make it a quick move to try to reclaim it now. So they let it go by the wayside and then decided, you know what? We're gonna have to take it. We're gonna have to try to.
We're
get it
gonna
back.
need that back.
We're gonna need that back. So, really,
We're gonna need that copyright trademark back, just real quick.
well,
We
it
we
looks
messed
like,
up on that one.
Looks like nothing else new in the world of professional wrestling.
Nothing
Hopefully-
new in the news.
Nothing else new, but hopefully we get some more. Hopefully we get some more news. I want to say tomorrow. I mean, I would look forward to that. Let me switch back over there to our original podcast logo. So
Well,
with,
our new original podcast logo.
in a way,
It's like the triple undisputed title.
Oh, good lord, we're on that again. Okay.
Since
so,
I learned that it's more than just undisputed, it's the triple undisputed title.
So, big moment that stood out for you tonight on TNA.
Moose retained. Oh, and Trick attacked the other guy. So
Joe Hendry. Okay.
wait, Marigold appeared. I don't think that counts. But
She likes to be the center of attention.
you think I should put on
The
screen
thing
again?
the thing that stood out to me the most.
You think she wants to go on camera?
No,
No.
I wouldn't. The thing that stood out to me the most tonight on TNA, it would have to be that main event, for one.
Yeah.
Them building a rivalry between Joe Hendry and Trick Williams, I thought was pretty good. So we've made it to Thursday, so that makes it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So we got 4 matches of the night, and we'll be putting them up for a vote by you guys.
At
which-
the end of this week and
Saturday.
and then
Saturday and Sunday will be the 2 days you guys get to vote, and we'll reveal the results on Monday's show to let you guys know who became match of the week for this week. It's going to be competing with the TLC match from last week for match of the month. So we'll have to
figure that one out.
We're going to have to figure that one out with a vote too at the
Oh
end
no! Wait
of
a
the
minute.
month.
That would be match of the month. TLC was match of the month for last month.
You know what? You're right.
Unless we want to do a vote between that and one of the matches at Rebellion.
No, we'll go ahead and we'll say match of the month for the month of April was that TLC match. We'll go with that one. That's April's match of the month.
All right.
Is the TLC match. Now we got a whole new month to do. And we're starting it off with
TNA Impact.
TNA Impact match, the main event tonight. All right. Me try to find it here.
Kitty. She's confused.
She wants down. Sorry, Cat Marigold.
She says hi.
She's somewhat of a curious but cautious little thing. She takes Naomi's advice and proceeds with caution.
Yeah. Shadow's even more scared though.
Yeah.
Look at him wrong. He just
runs off.
Yeah.
All right.
Usually darting under a bed or something.
Something like that. All right.
He was the one that showed up earlier.
Yeah, walking by. So it's getting late for us here in the good old state of Texas. So we're going to probably go ahead and wrap things up tonight and be back here tomorrow night for recapping SmackDown and hopefully some more news, more than what we had tonight. Sorry about that.
Better news too.
Better news too. Things that are really newsworthy. So before we get out of here, of course, we'd be remiss if we
all
don't
of our social media.
If we don't mention our social media sites here. You can find us on any of those. You can go on, if you want to join our Discord, which is right there. You want to go to our TikTok video where Chris,
Yeah, this Chris, not that Chris. Not the other Chris that watches us.
He put out a video on TikTok that was explaining the Discord and having you guys you click on that link and it can take you to our Discord page. We'd love to have you all there that are watching. And some of you that are, we will be posting more stuff as far as updates, as far as our shows. You and that word. For things with our shows and also voting for matches and everything like that. Not only that, you guys can message us too, and we can bring up your comments on one of our shows. We'd love to have you guys there. Plus, you can also message us through email, Chris.
Crosspromopod@gmail.com.
Very good.
Yeah.
You can always email us there or message us on any of these social media sites you see down here.
And if you want, we can even bring it up on the show.
Definitely. If you have a question, we'd love to bring it up on the show and answer any questions you guys may have. And, of course, you can always catch us live here Monday through Saturday after the end of any of the promotions that they have on TV.
Usually about 10, 11 time frame.
Well, in this case, it ran late for some reason because TNA decided to start at 9 for us. But either way.
They ended up replaying like
Unbreakable or Breakable or something like that.
Something.
At 7 o'clock, which made no sense whatsoever, I guess, for backstory or something. But
although I do think this was like the first live TNA episode I can think of right
I
off
believe
the top of my
so.
head.
I believe so.
Unless like the debut of them changing their name was
if they
also
were live, they were coming from Los Angeles. And Los Angeles is probably like 2 some hours ahead of us or behind us.
That would explain it then, yeah.
That would probably be why. So 7 o'clock to them would be like 9 o'clock for us. We're 2 hours ahead.
That explains it.
So, yeah, we'd love to answer questions you guys got and everything like that. We'll be here tomorrow night. And we'll also be here Saturday for the results for Collision. And then we leave you guys to vote.
And then tomorrow for SmackDown.
I just said that. Tomorrow for SmackDown and then Saturday for Collision.
Yeah.
And then we leave the rest of the night, rest of Saturday night for you guys to vote. And then all day Sunday for you guys to vote.
And we'll review it Monday.
Exactly. All right. So, with that being said, we appreciate you guys being here. I'm getting everything set up for the music. So, yeah, we appreciate you guys being here. And we look forward to hearing from you guys in the future. So, for the Cross Promo podcast, I'm Kevin.
I'm Chris. And
We
we
gone.
gone.